All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to my channel. Welcome to another video. You'll probably notice at some point in this video that I changed a bit more. Cut my hair, and yeah, it's a bit different, you know. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the teachings of Buddha and, well, the teachings of Christ, and some correlations, parallels that I see between the two. And in more specificity, we're going to be talking about the 6 directions of truth in Matthew 19, 4 through 5 out of the New King James Version. And so the Buddhist teachings that I'll be speaking on are out of the teachings of Buddha. We've talked about this book before. And so, without further ado, let's get started. So, Matthew 19, 4 through 5 out of the New King James Version reads, "Have you not read that he who made them at the beginning made them male and female, and said, for this reason a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh?" Now, what I found interesting with that was in reading about the 6 directions of truth out of this book. So the East is the way of parent and child. The South is teacher and pupil. The West is husband, wife. And those who understand some symbolism will already begin to grasp what it is I'm here to talk about in this one. North is for the way of friends. And then you've got below for master and servant. And above for the way of serving those who expound the teachings. Now, those who understand a thing or two about solar symbolism understand that relative to our position of the earth, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Now, that traveling of the sun from the east to the west, since I'm not going to be discussing the below and above today, I'll erase these. Just wanted to write those down so people could see it. So, north, east, south, west. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west, right? And what made it a bit interesting for me is the symbolism involved in those 6 directions of truth in Matthew 19, 4 through 5. For this reason, a man shall leave his father and mother. So a man will leave the east, right? As in, the child leaves the eastern or parental bonds to be bonded or joined with his wife. So going from the east to the west to become husband and wife. And ultimately, the wife is supposed to do the same kind of thing. The woman does leave their parents to be joined together to the husband. And those who understand a thing or two about sexual reproduction also understand, the sperm meeting with the egg, man becoming one with woman, right? In order to create new life. And that's the funny thing is, once the husband and wife create a new child, the cycle will then start back over eventually, if the child decides that they are going to get married. And that's one of the things that they teach in Buddhism, is one of the responsibilities of the parent is to ensure that their child does become married. But with that being said, I found that to be a bit interesting. I mean, I've kind of always drew some interest on the parallels between mythologies and different religious ideologies. And so I hope you guys got something out of that. If you did, great. If you didn't, keep coming back, or don't, and hope you guys like the new haircut. I mean, if not, great. If you do, great. But it was, to be honest, more difficult to cut off 3.5 years of hair growth than than most people would care to admit, I guess. I can at least speak for myself. It was a long decision in the making, but more videos to come. Hope you guys liked it, and we'll see you next time.